Once you've started decluttering and organizing, it can feel very easy to focus on these perfect systems and perfect routines to keep everything nice and perfect. Today, though, I want to offer you a brand new solution called the Good Enough Home. This is going to allow you to feel at peace in your home without the stress of perfection. The Good Enough concept was actually born a few years ago when I got sick and tired of striving for perfection in my house, because I've noticed that for me and many of my students, when a lot of people start this declutter and simplifying journey, we start to compare our homes to that on Instagram or that on Pinterest, and these perfectly curated homes with the latest and greatest, most beautiful and expensive home decor, and going, my home is not any of those things, and I'll be happy when, right? I constantly thought that I'll be happy when I can get a new rug, and I'll be happy when my home looks nice, bright, and airy, or when I can afford this home decor piece, or when I can, maybe for you, it's I'll be happy when I get my dream home. But here's the reality: most people don't live in their dream home, and that's okay, because your home, in the Good Enough Home concept, it doesn't need to look like an image out of a Pottery Barn ad or an Instagram ad or a Good Housekeeping ad. It doesn't need to look like any of those things to support and serve you and your family. Once I realized that, it was a big aha moment for me, and it was a breath of fresh air because I let a lot of that perfection go. And in the same breath, it made me realize that even though I was decluttering my house, I was still had this obsession with creating this perfection in my home with material things like home decor, and that wasn't serving me either, and it wasn't helping my bank account. So here are two signs you need to adopt the Good Enough Home system. Number one is if you constantly feel resentful toward your family for making messes after you pick up, because you want that kitchen counter to stay perfectly clear, you want that table to stay perfectly clear 24/7. The reality is that's not the way it works, right? We make messes as people. Our kids make messes. Now, this doesn't mean we don't hold our family accountable for not managing their stuff and putting their stuff away. What it does mean is this is an opportunity to remind ourselves to be flexible with our standards. I no longer get triggered when I clear my kitchen counter and a dirty dish lands there, because guess what? That's the purpose of that counter, is to have dirty dishes on it when they need to be there. That's okay. And so again, I think leaning into that good enough versus perfection is a beautiful thing, and it does wonders for our mental health and our day-to-day life. Number two, you feel constantly pulled to change, renovate, redo, or buy new or add new things to your home to make it look more perfect, or your version of perfect. When we tie in our happiness to the way our home looks or the way we want to appear or a home to appear, that's always gonna cause friction, and it's simply not possible. So good enough, maybe you don't have the latest, greatest home decor, maybe you skip on that lamp or those extra throw pillows at Target. Guess what? That's okay. Your home will still be supportive and peaceful without all the latest, greatest stuff. Looking back on all those years I spent focusing on how my home looked and trying to create this perfect looking home, I really wished instead I would have switched my intention a little bit and instead focused on how my home made me feel, right? How does your home make you feel? And so that's what I want to offer you today. Start thinking about, how do you want your home to make you feel? If you have a good enough home, it can make you feel supported, connected, happy, content, at peace, all these things that truly even a perfect home can't offer us, because we're constantly stressed about keeping it perfect. So being able to lean into this good enough concept has truly changed my life, and I know it can offer the same for you too. The results have been so amazing for me and my family and my students who've adopted this too. So the Good Enough Home is not about perfectly clear countertops and unrealistic standards. It's about leaning into this fact that homes are supposed to get messy. Yeah, you heard me right. Homes are supposed to get messy. And here's what I mean by that. Think about it this way: dirt-stained laundry waiting to be clean means the kids have been outside exploring and having incredible adventures this summer. A kitchen table to clear means I just had an opportunity to connect with my family and my loved ones and have conversation and talk about their days. And dirty dishes means that I have a family to cook for. Toys on the floor means that my kids were just having a great time with their imagination and playing, whether it be independently or with each other. All these different forms of messes can truly be a really great thing. And the Good Enough Home is truly about finding that sweet spot in the middle and that balance that works for you. Lean into the sometimes messy, your version of Good Enough Home now. Begin to enjoy your home now. You don't need to wait to have the latest, greatest thing to enjoy your home and have this perfect home. You can enjoy it now. What's really cool is perfection isn't necessary when you're organizing and decluttering. All you need are the 3 C's: coaching, consistency, and community. This is why I'd love to invite you to my Clutter Cure Club, which is my month-to-month membership, so you can start loving your home and keep it that way. When you become a member of the Clutter Cure Club, it includes monthly training, step-by-step PDFs, community support, and free access to my 14-day clutter boot camps and so much more. So make sure to click the link in the description box or click the link on your screen to learn more.